A woman of 2025. Being good is no longer enough. What kind of woman do men want to build a life with? In my previous video, you're not a bad man, but that's no longer enough. How to be the man that makes your eyes light up. I said something simple but revolutionary. In 2025, being normal is no longer enough. Earning money, not cheating, not being abusive, that's not a bonus anymore. That's the baseline. Because a man of this time is someone who feels, who opens up, who lets go of authority and dives into depth, who's chosen himself and is finally ready to build from truth. And many people asked in the comments, okay, we get it about men, but what kind of woman should there be? So hi, I'm Lana Bugela. I'm a hypnotherapist, subconscious expert, and the creator of the transformative method of 3 eyes. I work with women who've carried everything and no longer want to, with women who've been strong, good, unbreakable, but now just want to be alive. This video is for you if in 2025 you no longer want to prove anything, you want to feel. So one quick thing before we dive in, 80% of people who watch my videos aren't subscribed. So if you want to see more honest, deep content that speaks to the heart, hit that subscribe button. Your engagement helps these topics grow, expand, and reach those who need them. You're part of this shift. So let me be clear. This isn't a how-to guide. It's not a checklist to keep up with changing standards. It's not another box to fit into. This is about what changes when you stop saying I have to and start saying I am. This is a video about magnetic opposites. The nice guy looks for the easy girl. The player wants the drama queen. The victim seeks the rescuer. So wounds attract wounds. But who does the man of 2025 choose? That man who's met himself, who's faced his shadows, who doesn't fear depth, who doesn't perform, who doesn't control. He doesn't want a role, not a body, not a perfection. He wants a woman who is present, who doesn't convince but resonates, who doesn't prove but radiates, who doesn't perform but shows up. And this video is about that woman, the one you're already becoming. So before we talk about what's evolving nowadays, let's look honestly. Where are we, really? And how did we get here? The woman of 2025 didn't just appear. She's not a trend. She's the result of a massive collective and personal journey. For centuries, women were controlled, dismissed, sexualized, cut off from their bodies, silenced, punished for feeling, and forced to seek value outside themselves. And when women weren't allowed to express themselves directly, they learned to express through strategies. Manipulation, pleasing, sacrificing, control, dressed up as care. These were survival strategies, and they worked. But now they're exhausting us, because now we have bodies that remember the fear of power, nervous systems that flinch at honesty, energy that's been compressed for years, and now just wants to breathe and show up. The woman of 2025 is standing at a crossroads. Route number 1, stay in a familiar role, over-functioning or over-adapting. And route number 2, choose something raw, honest, and finally alive. So when a woman loses connection with herself, she builds structures around her to protect, to be liked, to feel safe. And 2 major patterns form. Number 1 is the overachiever. She proves that she's not less than man, that she's smart, beautiful, spiritual, capable, that she doesn't need anything, that she's not weak, her body is tight, her words are confident, her eyes tired, but will never say, help me. She's been out of her body for years, not because she wants to be, but because she doesn't feel safe any other way. And another pattern is the good girl. She seems soft, gentle, feminine, but deep down she's disconnected from her voice. She avoids her own power. She waits to be seen, chosen, saved. Her body is ashamed of desire, her emotions muted. Her love is often codependence wrapped in niceness. So they look different, but both keep you from being fully present, fully alive, and fully you. And on top of it, we have the pressure of perfection. Even in 2025, women still receive this message. You have to be everything all at once. Wise but not intimidating. Beautiful but not seductive. Feminine but not too emotional. Sexual but not too forward. A mother but without stretch marks. Ambitious but not threatening. Spiritual but not weird. Professional but soft. Balanced but always on. And the cherry on top, you should look like you are 25, but act like you've figured it all out. So, under this pressure, you either disappear or rebel. But either way, you are not free. You are still reacting, still hoping to be validated, still waiting to be chosen. But here is the truth: the awakened man of 2025 no longer responds to these signals. He's not drawn to perfect femininity, he wants someone real. In 2023, Barbie hit the screens. Colorful, cute, pink, but inside, raw, painful, and deeply revealing. Women saw themselves, trying to be everything all the time just to be enough. And men felt attacked because they didn't see themselves represented. But Ken was suffering too. He had no identity. He didn't know who he was without Barbie. He either played a role or felt like no one. So Barbie wasn't about feminism. It was about two exhausted extremes, about people who've become characters instead of humans. But a woman can lead the way back to truth because her body, her emotion, her energy knows how to return. And when she unmasks, she makes it safe for him to do the same. One of the deepest signs that you're still in the old paradigm is how you treat your body. Everything you see on Instagram, filters, surgeries, the perfect body, isn't about sexuality. It's about fear. Fear of showing up in a real, changing, aging, desiring, aching, messy, radiant body. We were taught to suck in your stomach, to shrink your desire, to not be too much, to hide emotion, to suppress pain, to wait until you look good enough to be seen. Your sexuality became armor or currency, but not a home. The man of 2025 isn't looking for a flawless body. He's looking for a woman who lives in her body. A body that breathes, that doesn't apologize, that radiates presence, not performance. Because real sexuality isn't a pose, it's a state, a current, a connection. So who's that woman he wants to stay with? She's not perfect, but she's there. She doesn't try to be deep. She simply opens. She doesn't act feminine. She's in her body. She doesn't pretend, I'm fine. She says, oh, this matters to me. She doesn't control. She makes space. She doesn't filter herself. She trusts that she's lovable as she is. She doesn't cling to independence because she understands interdependence. So the man of 2025 wants a woman who doesn't cling to love but evokes it, who doesn't beg for attention but radiates a state he wants to be in. She doesn't demand his growth, but she walks her own. He stays not because she promises happiness, but because she creates the space where it's possible. So if you've made it this far in this video, a part of you is already done performing. And here is the truth. The man of 2025 doesn't want you better. He wants you alive, not filtered, not waiting, present, honest, in your body. Are you ready? If you're still playing the good girl, you're pushing intimacy away. If you're still waiting to be chosen, you haven't chosen yourself yet. So drop a comment, I'm done performing, I'm showing up. And share this with the woman who's breaking but hasn't said it out loud yet. And with the man who's looking for truth, not perfection. If this hit you, like, comment, spread it, because truth travels through us. And the world needs women who are fully alive and relationships that can hold that.